us tonight is Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown for our monthly Ask the Mayor segment. And first, I want to start off with that incident at South Park today, among many other school districts across Western New York and really the state. Police were called to South Park. They're saying it's a swatting incident, which means someone made a fake phone call and just wanted police to show up to the school. But it's terrifying for parents. What were your thoughts on that today?
Swatting is a crime. It's a hoax. It's very scary for parents, and it's designed to produce the biggest police response possible to a hoax. And the message went out that children were shot at the school. It was not accurate. It actually was being done all across the country. It's a very dangerous thing.
And have you spoken with Gramaglia about the situation, Buffalo Police Commissioner? What is he saying? You know, obviously they're going to keep schools safe to the best of their ability. What is he saying in response to this today?
Well, we follow up on these issues very aggressively. We absolutely want to keep schools safe, keep our children safe. This is unfortunately something that happened today all across the country. Law enforcement follows up on it very aggressively. And in the past, when this has happened in the city, it has been people from outside the state of New York making these calls, and they've been caught.
Yeah, okay. We're going to move along here. You have some breaking news for us in regards to the Kia and Hyundai car thefts that have been happening around the country. We have had a huge increase in car thefts here in Buffalo. Tell me what the city is now involved with.
So today, the city, its law department, corporation counsel, Cavett Chambers, we joined a lawsuit against Kia and Hyundai for the public safety concerns that they have posed with their vehicles being stolen because they have not installed engine immobilizers. Most other manufacturers install this technology, makes it a lot harder to steal vehicles. Kia and Hyundai, for financial reasons, have not installed these devices, and it takes precious police resources. It costs the community money, and it's a nightmare for the owners of these vehicles.
You were telling me car thefts have gone up 2,000%.
Yeah, this January, as opposed to January of last year, thefts of Kias and Hyundais have increased over 2,000%. And out of all auto thefts in the city of Buffalo, 57 to 60% of the auto thefts are Kias and Hyundais.
Oh, my goodness. And you're asking in this suit, along with all these other cities, you just want, you know, some... What are you asking for in this suit?
We are asking for damages, the cost of the police response, other damages that the city suffers. And also, this has been very difficult to the owners of these vehicles. We want them to be able to be compensated for their losses as well.
Yeah. We're about a month away from May 14th, the 1 year of the darkest day in Buffalo's history, one of the darkest days in our history. There are plans in place to put a memorial somewhere in the city of Buffalo. Do you want to give us an update on that?
Governor Hochul and I have established a memorial commission to plan and install a memorial, working with the families and our community somewhere in the city of Buffalo. That committee has been meeting. It's chaired by Reverend Mark Blue, the president of the NAACP Buffalo branch. We thank all of those that are serving on the committee for that work that they're doing. We also have a 514 Remembrance Committee. There will be a series of activities that weekend, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, and we are working to plan very thoughtful activities for us to remember, reflect, heal, and provide the community hope in the aftermath of this terrible tragedy.
So much has changed here in Buffalo after that tragedy. There are plans in place, a $1 billion plan in place with the Kensington and Humboldt Parkway. They want to restore the parkway and cover the 33 to create a park. You know, some people are saying this will do the community so good. Some are saying it could fall short. What are your ideas? What are your thoughts on that plan?
That is designed to reconnect the community that was separated by the highway, but not just a roadway project, not just a park restoration project, but also to make sure that people that live in the surrounding community are able to work on that project, to support businesses in the surrounding community, to provide resources for homeowners in the surrounding community, so to lift that area of East Buffalo. So $1 billion will be spent there, critically important. Many other resources coming to that part of the city and other parts of the city as well.
Sure, we'll talk to you about that a lot in the coming years. Let's get to lead paint. That's been back in the news. It's been in the news for years now. 90% of homes here in Buffalo, New York were built before lead paint was, you could no longer use that. Tell me about what you guys are doing to help these poor children who are getting lead poisoning by just living in a home in the city of Buffalo.
Sadly, Buffalo has some of the oldest housing stock in the nation. The city has lead inspectors that go into homes and inspect them. We require that landlords make repairs to make homes lead safe. We partner with Erie County government. We partner with community-based organizations. And when need be, we partner with the New York State Attorney General to bring suit against unscrupulous landlords that don't do the right thing and put families and children into dangerous properties.
Which we saw happened this week in Buffalo.
Yes.
The Attorney General filed suit against a landlord who owns 70 homes here in Buffalo. About half of those, he's been cited for lead paint. Let's speak on housing still. Dozens of people live in the Elmwood Heights apartment complex. We know that apartment complex is condemned in the city of Buffalo. And this week, the residents were requesting to vacate, but a Buffalo housing court judge denied that request. What is the city going to do in response to that?
We were very surprised by that denial. People were living in substandard conditions. The smell of urine in the hallways, human feces in the hallways, a property where people could come in off the street into the property. The tenants were in very, very dangerous situations, which is why the city condemned the property. We're going to continue to put pressure on this owner to do the right thing, to make the repairs to the property. We're also assisting tenants. All of them have vouchers. They can move to other properties, and residents that are trying to move, the city and other agencies are working with them to assist them in their move out of this very dangerous property.
Okay. I wish I could talk to you all night, but we have one more question here. You just announced applications are open for the upcoming police exam. Tell me, are you having problems recruiting for officers?
You know, we've seen difficulty with police agencies in different parts of the country recruiting, not having that problem in Buffalo. Already, just today alone, over 100 applications have come in from New York City, all across New York State, Rochester, and Buffalo. So we think there's a lot of interest in the police job in the city of Buffalo, and recruiting in day one going very well.
Okay. Very good. How long will that be open for?
It will be open until May 22nd.
All right. Thank you, Mayor, for joining us again. I wish I could speak to you for 30 minutes. I'm sure you don't want 30 minutes of my questioning, but I appreciate it.
Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you very much.
All right, let's get to